TunnelBear is the easy-to-use VPN that lets you browse the internet privately. What's up guys, and welcome to one of my favourite series of all time. These are some really inexpensive, incredibly useful, and super fun to use smartphone gadgets. Let's get right into the video. The first item is this little softbox over here. And for those of you who don't know, a softbox is a combination of lights and then a diffusing shield, which basically makes the lights a little bit softer, much better for taking photos. It's held in place with the clip that comes with it, which does mean with some smartphones it may stretch a little bit onto the display, but it hasn't been a problem for me. Now it actually has two levels of brightness, the brightest of which was surprisingly useful. Take this photo, it's actually a selfie from the Galaxy Note 8 in a fairly dimly lit room. And turning the softbox on completely transforms the photo. We're getting a whole load more detail, and the colours look a lot more accurate. Item number 2 is a Nano Suction sticky pad, for which installation is as simple as taking the pad and putting it on your phone. The pad bestows your smartphone with some incredibly potent sticking performance. So much so that if you actually put your thumb on there, you'll find yourself having to peel it away. So clearly this isn't something you're going to permanently keep on your device, but the benefit here is that it allows you to place your phone at gravity-defying angles. If you wanted to watch a film on your phone but you don't want to constantly hold the device, just stick it on the closest bin and you're good to go. This rather cheap, kinda plasticky looking phone holder is actually a little bit more useful than you might expect. It's very inexpensive, very lightweight, and also flexible. And what this means is it can not only fit around any size device, but also can hold your phone in not only portrait mode, but also landscape. It is a bit of a shame that the extreme edges of the phone are somewhat covered by the stand, but to be honest that is something which you do face with a lot of products like this. It's cheap, and it's very, very cheerful. Now here we have maybe my all-time favourite multi-tool smartphone case, simply because pretty much every single one on here is something you would actually use. We've got everything from a blue pen, to a bottle opener, to scissors, to a nail file, tweezers, toothpick, screwdriver, and much, much more. What's also a pretty well thought out feature is you see that main compartment on the back? That's also a kickstand, so you can sit the phone up and enjoy watching videos on the screen. You might have noticed recently quite a lot of phone ring holders, these little rings that clip onto the back of phones and you can put your finger through them. Well, this little product right here does a very similar thing, but it's quite a bit cheaper and it's also elasticated. The benefit here being that it doesn't protrude too much from the back of the phone, so you can still lie the phone on a surface and it not be too much of a problem. And similar to the phone ring holders, the benefit here is it stops the phone slipping out your hand. You simply slip one finger through, and after a little bit you kind of forget it's there. USB-C to USB adapters are becoming more and more prevalent, and these right here are some of my favourite ones. First of all, because when you buy a pack you actually get two in there, and also they're just really solidly built. Now for those of you who weren't aware, what these allow you to do is to attach almost any full-size USB peripheral into your smartphone. And yes, that means keyboards, that means mice, and they work perfectly. You can double tap to zoom in on things just like you would with your finger, but it just allows you to do so at a distance. The people who this will be most useful for are the people who get a lot of productivity tasks done on their phone. You could just slap in an external keyboard and then have a much more tactile typing experience. Now this tiny little chip over here is known as the Mynt. Long story short, it is a GPS tagger. Once you've set it up, once you've paired it with your smartphone, then no matter where this Mynt goes, your phone can keep track of it. It's a pretty delightfully packaged little item, and was surprisingly well built too. You'll find when you boot up the app that your phone can make it ring. It's actually got a tiny little buzzer inside of it, and you can see on a map the last place you had it. So simply hook the Mynt onto your keychain or some other valuable gadget that you want to protect, and you shouldn't really ever lose it again. The only thing I would say is the buzzer is pretty quiet, so if you do drop something in a loud room, you might have a little bit of trouble finding it. I really love this one. This is a mobile phone joystick, and when I show it to you, you'll start to realize it's quite a well thought out gadget. In appearance, it's pretty much a simple plastic structure. You'll notice as you move the joystick, it is directly attached to this little rubber protrusion, and that is what is going to rest on your phone's display. So if you are a real gamer on your phone, if perhaps you even play online or competitively, and you just want it to feel a little bit more like a console experience, you literally just plop the joystick on, and the friction alone will stop it slipping. There's no extra adhesives or anything like that, so the second you finish playing you can simply lift the joystick off your display and carry on as normal. Like a lot of these gadgets I'm showing you, it's a tiny little thing that, to be honest, once you've got in your backpack, you'll barely know is there. As a little bit of a departure from these tiny lightweight gadgets, we have the Q7S, which I think is a pretty good all-in-one power charging solution. What it's got is a wireless pad on top which you can simply drop your phone on and it'll light up with this nice soft blue glow. Then on the side it's got 8 USB ports with an output of 60 watts and 12 amps in total, which does mean it can charge everything from cameras to phones to iPads, and as long as you don't overload the USB ports, it can even support fast charging. Finding secure access to internet can be challenging. Hotel and cafe Wi-Fi hotspots are notoriously insecure networks to do anything personal, like banking or working. That's just one of the reasons why millions of people trust TunnelBear to protect their data. TunnelBear is a simple to use privacy app that helps you to browse a more open internet. There's virtually no setup, just sign up and download the app, and once you turn TunnelBear on, all of your network traffic is encrypted, which stops other people from seeing what you're doing online. When you sign up for a TunnelBear account from tunnelbear.com/boss, you'll get free monthly data, and you don't need a credit card to try it for free. That's tunnelbear.com/boss. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'm signing out.